Welcome back to another custom tactics video on FC24, and these ones are going to be very, very important for you guys to watch. I got two rank 1s using these tactics. One is a 19-1 on my pay to win on this account you're seeing right now, and then a 20-0 on my RTG with a really, really poor team. I'm going to put an annotation on the screen right now for you to go and watch that video so you can see all of the gameplay with the formation, with the tactics on the RTG on my second channel. And guys, I really recommend you go and subscribe to that channel because the content over there is absolutely ludicrous. But these tactics are absolutely insane. FC24 has finally dropped, guys, and if you need fast, reliable coins, make sure to go to MMOEXP.com and use my code Viper at checkout for 5% off your order. So guys, we're going to go over the instructions first here today, and you can see the way the team's set up here, and I'm going to try and explain as to why the team's set up in this way and what kind of players you need to make this formation and tactics work. So you can see we're in a 4-2-3-1. We've got stay central and stay forward on Rodrigo, who is our striker. I would recommend someone a bit bigger, a bit bulkier, and someone that can hold up the plate a little bit better than Rodrigo here. But it still worked for me. And stay central, stay forward on your striker is very good. No getting behind, especially on a 4-2-3-1. Doesn't really work. We've also got a cam on just stay forward. In this case, it's going to be Son, and I would recommend somebody here who has a 5-star weak foot and has finesse plus. If it's Alex Morgan, that's fine. If it's Son, that's fine. Even Griezmann's okay here because he's got Trivela as well. He can do the Trivelas. So anybody here that has a flesh shot plus and can either do the Trivelas or has a 5-star weak foot is crucial. Just stay forward on this player as well, just so they can kind of stay a bit further up the pitch to start counter-attacks and look for that finesse shot when we do get forward. Our two wide players, this is a big change that I've made. I'm not on comeback on defense either, just on basic defense support, which does leave you a little bit more exposed, but does also give you the ability to counter-attack a lot faster. And you can see here that I've got Dejan Kulusevski's evolved card here, and this one's quite interesting. The reason I like him is because he's quite physical, he's relatively fast, he can do the Trivelas really cleanly. That's why I like him. Similar with Liao as well. He's on getting to box for cross and nothing else. Liao is godlike on the wings here, and the same with Kulusevski. They're both pretty fast, they're both really physical, and Liao is godlike out here. You need somebody fast, strong, and can beat the fullbacks with ease, and Liao is so good at doing that with his frame, with the controlled lengthy that you do get with him on a marksman, rapid and quick step as well. And it's very important you have big players out here so they can just dominate the fullbacks, because a lot of people, especially at left back, are using the women, Bacha and Kachawi, I think her name is, and they're just too weak. Also, Robertson is too weak as well, so you can really, really dominate up against fullbacks with strong players on the flanks here, guys. It's very, very crucial that you try this and you give this a go, because it will absolutely change your game, especially in the 4-2-3-1. It works really cleanly. In the CDM roles, guys, we have got Valverde and De Bruyne. We've got Valverde as our CDM, who's on stable while attacking and cover centre. Then we've got De Bruyne, who's just on cover centre and goes forward a little bit more, because you want to have a 5 in attack in the 4-2-3-1 when you are dominating the ball and you are kind of sustaining pressure in the final third. De Bruyne is really good at pinging passes over as well, with long ball that he has, incisive pass, and all of that stuff's really good for kind of setting the wingers on getting behind, and they can really, really dominate. Of course, you can't put getting behind on the wide players, but all you need to do is trigger a run holding out L1, and you will absolutely dominate with De Bruyne's over the tops. You need somebody here with long ball pass, and if you can also get it with your CDM, who's on stable while attacking as well, it works an absolute treat. You've got Valverde pinging balls out to Liao, and then you've got De Bruyne pinging balls out to Kulusevski, who does come off quite a lot for Sophia Smith at half-time, but still works really well with these physical, fast players that you've got on the flanks here. And it's so, so crucial that you have these players that can dominate in terms of physicality on the wide areas and have a lot of pace. And it really, really is important that you set up your team like this as well. So Valverde as a long ball pass option, same with De Bruyne, and really fast players on the flanks. Enough talked about them though, guys. I've talked about them for way too long there, but it's so important to this formation and the way it plays. Both of our fullbacks in this one are just on stay while attacking. Make sure they're good going forward, make sure they've got good passing, make sure they're able to track back, and they are quite fast. And if you have someone like Cancelo or Risa, just make sure you put a shadow on them, guys, and you'll be absolutely fine. So that's it for the instructions. Let's now move on to the custom tactics. Press after possession loss is now back for me. We've got 50 width and 71 depth. First of all, press after possession loss with 71 depth together is crazy. It does mean that you will get kind of destroyed in behind at times, but more often than not, I would say 7 times out of 10, you will win the ball back from an incredible press. Because you've got the 71 depth, you're getting that press from the midfield automatically, and then you're getting the press after possession loss as an added bonus to that. It's so easy to win the ball back, and you need to be able to win the ball back fast on this game because tackles don't stick all the time. So you're better, I would say, risking this to try and win the ball back in the midfield than kind of waiting for the defensive line to try and make a tackle and not win the ball back. So this is good defensively. It leaves you a little bit exposed at times, but you want to outscore your opponent on this game because this game is full of goals, and these two together work really well. 50 width is just because, you know, if you put this too low, you're going to get destroyed on the flanks even more than you already do. You're going to get destroyed on the flanks anyway, not regardless of the formation. You know, it's just the way the game kind of plays. So having this on 50, even maybe a bit higher, you could go up to 60. Try out 60 if you like, because not a lot of people use narrow formations on this game. But if you come up against a really good player in a 4-3-2-1, you're going to need to have this on balance so you can deal with the middle of the park, which is 4-3-2-1 in a nutshell. It's very, very narrow. So we've covered the defensive stuff there. We've then got fast build up and direct passing. Really good for counter attacks. Really good mixed in with the press after possession loss and the 71 depth, because what this is going to allow you to do is win the ball back. Your players are zooming forward, trying to get forward into good positions for you. Works really well with the things that we talked about with the CDMs as well. The long ball pass, and of course direct passing is really good for that as well. Driven pass. This is why you've got to have really good CDMs, guys, because if you don't have good CDMs that have good play styles, what's going to end up happening here is you're going to look for your R1X passes. You're not going to be able to find them because the passing ability isn't good enough on the CDMs. So you have to have the right players in the right positions here to make this work. And of course as well, you've also got to account for making sure your players in the attacking areas have the ability to trap the ball nicely, have the ability to turn and shoot quickly, can beat the fullbacks, can really, really dominate the game for you in terms of cutbacks, in terms of travellas, finesse shots, and all of that stuff. And fast build up direct passing will work so well for you as a really, really aggressive set of tactics. What this will allow you to do, these custom tactics, formation and instructions, will really allow you to kind of play all styles of FC24, whether you want to hold the ball or not, whether you want to counter attack only, whether you want to go down the byline and look for the cutback, whether you want to kind of dominate and look for the finesse shots and travellas. You've got all of that with these tactics and instructions, which is why I like it so much. You know, if you want to go for breaks, you've got that with the fast build up direct passing. If you want to win the ball back quickly, try and outscore your opponent, you've got that with the 71 depth press after possession loss. If you just want to suffocate your opponent, these tactics are the absolute best on the game, guys. You've also got 60 width in the attacking side of things. This is more for the cutbacks. If you don't do cutbacks too much, you don't go down the line too much, drop this down to 50. I like cutbacks. So I like cutbacks, I like travellas, I like finesse shots. So having this higher works well for me and the way I play. 6 players in the box. Once again, 4 cutbacks, 4 crosses, which aren't that bad on this game. Works really well, but this is mostly 4 cutbacks. Make sure you've got lots of options in the box for your cutbacks. Corners and free kicks, entirely up to you. I like to have this on 2, just because I don't like getting countered from corners. Free kicks doesn't really matter at all. Honestly, it's completely and entirely up to you. But the corners I like to have on 2 so you don't get hit on the break from a corner if you accidentally mess up your corner. And those guys are my rank 1 custom tactics on FC24. If you have tried them and you do like them, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell so you miss a video. But guys, that's going to be it for me for now. So take care.